So guys, I saw this video on, I'm not sure, but it's on social media. I don't remember which site I saw it on, where these two women were literally fighting with a baby in their hand. And one woman was using this baby as a weapon. Then to throw the baby on the ground and lift it up back with the shot and fling it on the ground again like she had tried to smash the baby. Then take the baby and go back in the fight and slam it against the next woman. And I was like really upset and thinking like, what are women coming to? What examples are Jamaican women setting out there that people overseas and all over the world looking and thinking say all our Jamaican women are barbaric and evil and sick and mentally deprived and illiterate? Because when these kind of videos go on social media, it is only further making the country look bad. Trust me, at the state we're in here now, we can't look any worse than how it is right now. We're at the last bottom of the gutter. Now this video, yo, it get to me away. I'm telling you, it's really bad. Now civil rights activists are calling for actions to be taken against this mother. And I agree 100%. And this is what she said. Abominable. That's our convener of lobby group Hear the Children Cry, HTCC Betty Ann Blaine, has described a now viral 30-second video clip of a young woman engaging in a fight with another woman while holding a baby before seemingly throwing the child onto the paved roadway. The woman seen in the video appears to be using the child to ward off the blows being thrown at her by the other woman. After throwing the baby onto the road, she quickly grabbed the child up by its clothing with one hand, like you're picking up an object with the other, and threw it at her opponent before the two resumed their close quarterly comeback, all the time with the young child between the two of them. Some onlookers appeared to cheer on the combatants, while others made what appeared to be feeble attempts to separate them. Blaine said, speaking from Atlanta, Georgia in the United States. She said she had difficulty watching the video. And it's true. I was so shocked that this really happened in a real life just like that. It is a sight to see, trust me. I would never show that video. Believe me, if you want to see it, you have to go find it on social media yourself. The woman, fighting, you hear me? And she and the woman lick up and so on. It's like, she have the baby in her hand and she rush over to a corner like she pick up either a piece of one buckler or one stone. And she come back over and up in the other woman's face, them wrestling, She come across and she throw the picnic on the ground. You see her hand push the child to the ground, grab it up by the shirt, push it to the ground again, means slapping the child in the ground, Grab up the picnic and then she go back into the fighting, And then using the child to shield off, or I'm letting the child getting the blows from the other woman who throwing the blows at her. If that is not torture, I've not seen anything so graphically worse than that pertaining to a child used in that way. These people for lock up behind bars. I mean give them 1 month or 1 year. I mean lock them up behind bars so them can think on these things. Because if you have the child and you don't want the child, carry the child to a church, carry the child to some protective agency, go to a police station and say, boy, you're mentally having a mental problem. Because you got to be mental to be doing that. And you can't manage to look after the child and see if they will take the child off you. When you use social media for everything, even go on social media and say, I'm afraid I will hurt this child. Please take this child off me. Many people would have fined you. Trust me. But using the child in this way is painful. Blaine further stated that this video was very difficult to watch. It is so disturbing on all levels. It's obvious abuse of the child, Blaine said. She said she was hoping that the police and representatives of the Child Protection Family Services Agency, CPFSA, have seen the video and taken action. I hope that already they have gone in to remove that child from that mother. It's abominable. I could barely watch it, the HTCC conveyor said. Blaine is insistent that the mother must face the courts, and I say that too. I'm not saying we must send her to prison. Well, I'm saying the different. I think she should go to prison. Because where we're going to find prison space to put all these mothers and other family members who are abusing children, she said. Instead, Blaine said the authorities could consider giving her community service or otherwise find something constructive for her to do. Let her go work at a school. So really and truly, Miss Blaine, this woman you seen abusing this little baby, that child, I don't think that child is 2 years old yet. But you thinking for her to get community service by go working at a school in the cafeteria, you know what, that woman is not supposed to go nowhere near children. If anything, wanna put her in some prison for work where she have some hardcore woman there at the time and are in some man prison. I don't know if them put woman to work in man prison where she clean up the place or something. This woman of government's children. I beg to differ, Miss Blaine. She must be punished for that behavior though, she said. Blaine said she would like to see some of the national parenting groups move into communities and meet with young parents around issues to do with positive parenting. She said public commentary around children being violent ignores the fact that children live what they learn. It starts from the little baby being flung onto the street. That's how children begin to learn about violence. But we are not talking about that. We are talking about sentencing children for crimes committed. But we are not talking about the genesis of it yet. Blaine, however, said that she was concerned that the child would need medical attention and hope that such an intervention has already taken place. She lamented that there is a general feeling in the society that you can treat a child anyway. And let me tell you something, that is very true. Adults feel like say them can treat children anyway and don't realize that children is living what them learn. And remember, children do grow up. So when they grow up, they're going to act out on how you treated them. Anyway, she went on to say, you can't treat a baby that way and nothing will come out of it. There's a general feeling that the law doesn't have any teeth. Nothing is going to be done and they can't batter bruise children and babies at will, she lamented. She said the time has come for Prime Minister Andrew Holness to make a bold statement about child abuse in Jamaica. The time has come to say that if you abuse a child that way, we are going to come for you and lock you up, she insisted. However, children's advocate Diane Gordon Harrison said that the location of the incident and the identity of the parties involved need to be confirmed. She also said the matter of intervention concerning the child must be looked into as it is known if the child has any physical injuries from being dropped. Efforts to get a comment from a member of the Constabulary Corporate Communication Unit also were unsuccessful, as messages left were not responded to. You know what is funny about this? The police should have come out and said something already. Because anyhow, one man did in a one hole and mucker and him disrespect Prime Minister Andrew Holness. Let me tell you something. There's no stone or grass or tree where I grow where they would move, did find him already. And this video, I think I saw this video last night or this morning. And you want to tell me, say, the JCF, the police force, have not tried to find these people, or it's a simple thing, IP addresses, a modern time now. They would have gone already and arrested the person if they had said anything disrespectful to Andrew Holness. But when it come on to one people, we want children who are supposed to be the next generation, them not reach there yet. And that is why when the children them grow up so hateful and them hate everybody in a society and them so violent and so ruthless towards people in the society, you don't sit by and wonder, oh them a youth you stay so. No, because we sit by and watch them being treated the same way. So this is the only way them can retaliate is when they grow up. Then come up with this hatred inside of them. Like the society of the person where it hurt them and owe them something. I know the wickedest thing about it. The innocent people in the society who would have really not want to see them being ill treated is them is the people them going to get hurt in the long run, and the ones them that were capable of doing something about it, they sometimes somehow end up getting away. You understand? We need to do something about stuff like these. We can't make these things feel like we can't make these things happen and it seems like it's business as usual. This is serious and evilous abuse. We need to do something because I'm sick and tired of our children going through these horrific abuses. See one here where we can prevent it being something worse later on. Nip it in the bud now. This is how she is treating the child at this moment. Imagine how this child is being treated generally and imagine what can happen down the line. The authorities need to go do something about this.